On camera, an Israeli soldier was seen smashing a statue of Jesus with a hammer, in footage that quickly sparked outrage. Days after Trump's fight with the Pope and the AI Jesus post, Israel, one of his key allies, found itself hit by a fresh storm. An IDF soldier was seen smashing a statue of Jesus in Lebanon amid the war, adding fuel to an already explosive controversy. Netanyahu's government then jumped into damage control mode, as criticism over the incident spread rapidly across social media and beyond. Amid Israel's anti-Semitism attack on critics, the IDF was hit by an anti-Christian storm that deepened the backlash. On April 19, the Israeli military reacted to a widely circulated image showing a soldier in Lebanon, after the picture began spreading rapidly online. The IDF confirmed that the image of a soldier destroying a statue of Jesus in Lebanon was real, ending speculation about whether it had been altered or fabricated. The IDF also vowed to take action against the soldier who smashed the statue with a sledgehammer, signaling that disciplinary measures were likely to follow. The IDF said, quote, following the completion of an initial examination regarding a photograph published earlier today of an IDF soldier harming a Christian symbol, it was determined that the photograph depicts an IDF soldier operating in southern Lebanon. The IDF views the incident with great severity and emphasizes that the soldier's conduct is wholly inconsistent with the values expected of its troops. The incident is being investigated by the Northern Command and is currently being addressed through the chain of command. Appropriate measures will be taken against those involved in accordance with the findings. Furthermore, the IDF is working to assist the community in restoring the statue to its place. The IDF is operating to dismantle the terrorist infrastructure established by Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, and has no intention of harming civilian infrastructure, including religious buildings or religious symbols. Unquote. Israel's foreign minister issued a public apology while also commending the IDF's response to the controversy, trying to contain the fallout and reassure critics. Israel's foreign minister said, quote, the damaging of a Christian religious symbol by an IDF soldier in southern Lebanon is grave and disgraceful. I commend the IDF for its statement, for condemning the incident, and for conducting an investigation into the matter. I'm confident that the necessary strict measures will be taken against whoever carried out this ugly act. This shameful action is completely contrary to our values. Israel is a country that respects the different religions and their sacred symbols, and upholds tolerance and respect among faiths. We apologize for this incident and to every Christian whose feelings were hurt. Unquote. US President Donald Trump on April 12 launched a public attack on Pope Leo XIV over the pontiff's remarks on the Iran war, opening an extraordinary new front in the political fallout from the conflict. Saying he was not a fan of Pope Leo, Trump sharply criticized the Pope for condemning the US-Israeli war on Iran and for taking positions that he claimed were harmful on foreign policy and related issues. Trump ranted against the Pope both while speaking to reporters and in a Truth Social post, making clear that his criticism was not a passing remark but part of a broader public broadside. Trump even went on to claim that Pope Leo became the Catholic leader because of him, adding an unusually personal and self-referential twist to his attack on the pontiff. Donald Trump said, and I quote, Pope Leo is weak on crime, and terrible for foreign policy. He talks about fear of the Trump administration, but doesn't mention the fear that the Catholic Church, and all other Christian organizations, had during COVID when they were arresting priests, ministers, and everybody else, for holding church services, even when going outside, and being 10 and even 20 feet apart. I like his brother Louis much better than I like him, because Louis is all mega. He gets it, and Leo doesn't. I don't want a pope who thinks it's okay for Iran to have a nuclear weapon. I don't want a pope who thinks it's terrible that America attacked Venezuela, a country that was sending massive amounts of drugs into the United States and, even worse, emptying their prisons, including murderers, drug dealers, and killers, into our country. And I don't want a pope who criticizes the President of the United States because I'm doing exactly what I was elected, in a landslide, to do, setting record low numbers in crime, and creating the greatest stock market in history. Leo should be thankful because, as everyone knows, he was a shocking surprise. He wasn't on any list to be pope, and was only put there by the church because he was an American, and they thought that would be the best way to deal with President Donald J. Trump. If I wasn't in the White House, Leo wouldn't be in the Vatican. Unfortunately, Leo's weak on crime, weak on nuclear weapons, does not sit well with me, nor does the fact that he meets with Obama sympathizers like David Axelrod, a loser from the left who is one of those who wanted churchgoers and clerics to be arrested. Leo should get his act together as Pope, use common sense, stop catering to the radical left, and focus on being a great Pope, not a politician. It's hurting him very badly, and more importantly, it's hurting the Catholic Church." Unquote.
I would say it's holding well. Their military is destroyed. Their whole Navy is underwater. You know that 158 ships are gone. Their Navy's gone. Most of their mine droppers are gone. We have a lot of people, as you know, at 10 o'clock tomorrow, we have a blockade going into effect. That'll be 10 o'clock tomorrow. Other nations are working so that Iran will not be able to sell oil. And that will be very effective. But what we want to do is we want to, and again, we don't need it. What we notice and what we see and what I think is maybe my idea, maybe not, I don't know. But there are many boats heading toward our country to fill up with oil and then go and take it. So they're not going to go through the Hormuz Strait. And ultimately that'll be corrected. But in the meantime, they're using us. We have more oil because of drill, baby, drill. We have more oil than Russia and Saudi Arabia put together. I think Iran is in very bad shape. I think they're very desperate. We had a meeting that lasted 21 hours. We understand the situation better than anybody, and Iran's in very bad shape. And just so you understand, Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. Will not have. There is no way that they're going to get. They still want it, and they made that clear the other night. Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. Oh, I don't know. I don't care if they come back or not. If they don't come back, I'm fine. Their military is gone. Their missiles are largely depleted. The manufacturing capability for missiles and drones is largely defeated. We've been very nice. We haven't ripped down too many bridges. We did one only because they broke their word. They broke their promise. And remember, their promise was that they were going to open the Hormuz Strait. They didn't do it. They lied. We don't like a pope that's going to say that it's okay to have a nuclear weapon. We don't want a pope that says crime is okay in our cities. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of Pope Leo. He's a very liberal person, and he's a man that doesn't believe in stopping crime. He's a man that doesn't think that we should be toying with a country that wants a nuclear weapon so they can blow up the world. I'm not a fan of Pope Leo.
Leo became the first US-born pope last year and has since emerged as a vocal critic of the Iran war, giving his comments unusual weight in both American and international debate. Pope Leo had previously questioned the Trump administration's approach to immigration, showing that his disagreements with Trump extend well beyond the issue of Iran. He has also called on Donald Trump to find an off-ramp to end the Iran conflict, reinforcing his message that dialogue and restraint should replace further escalation. He did not arm himself, or defend himself, or fight any war. He revealed the gentle face of God, who always rejects violence. Rather than saving himself, he allowed himself to be nailed to the cross, embracing every cross borne in every time and place throughout human history. Brothers and sisters, this is our God, Jesus, King of Peace, who rejects war, whom no one can use to justify war. He does not listen to the prayers of those who wage war, but rejects them, saying, "Even though you make many prayers, I will not listen. Your hands are full of blood." Meanwhile, Trump also posted an AI image which allegedly portrayed him as Jesus, sparking further outrage and adding to the controversy surrounding his remarks. After facing flack, Trump claimed that the AI image only depicted him as a doctor, insisting that the post had been misunderstood by critics. On April 14th, Iran's embassy in Tajikistan posted an AI-generated video that shows a digital Jesus striding in and punching Donald Trump square in the face. The roughly 10-second clip on X opens with Jesus descending straight into the same Truth Social tableau Trump had used, turning the president's original self-portrait against him. As the AI Jesus moves toward Trump's character, an automated voice intones "Your reckoning has come," framing the moment like a divine judgment scene. Another voice off-screen yells, "What is this?" before Trump's avatar screams "No," only to be hit with a heavy punch that sends him flying in slow motion. Digital blood sprays from Trump's mouth as his body spins backwards and plunges into a fiery pit, a scene that Iranian accounts have gleefully shared as symbolic justice. All this unfolded just as US Secretary of War Pete Hegseth faced his own backlash over a prayer he delivered during a Pentagon service on April 15. Hegseth reportedly offered up a prayer he labeled CSAR 25:17, meant for combat search and rescue crews flying missions over Iran. Online viewers quickly noticed the wording sounded strikingly similar to Samuel L. Jackson's famous Ezekiel 25:17 monologue from Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. That film speech is itself a stylized riff, not an actual Bible verse, highlighting that Hegseth appeared to be drawing on movie dialogue rather than scripture. Clips of the moment went viral as critics accused him of dressing up Hollywood lines as sacred scripture during a solemn military prayer.